Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls. Before we even get out of this little area, and before I show off all the grinding that I've been doing, I have a few corrections, addendums, and confessions to make. First, let's do the confession. I kind of sort of accidentally killed the Chandler already. I'll go ahead and show where he was supposed to be, but yeah, I kind of accidentally killed him already. What happened was I was watching the video recording before uploading it, and I realized that I'd missed one item in the doorway before the giant rat fight. So I was trying to find a way to get back to that. And yeah, I kind of ran face first into the Chandler, and I ended up having to kill him. And since the Chandlers don't respawn after they die, you're going to miss out on that fight. But it wasn't like a really, really big fight. I think it was maybe 4 sword slashes and he was done for. So yeah, not really missing anything, I admit, but the addendum for this edition is that when I was playing the Capra Demon in the last episode, I was talking about Absolver and how it was lagging. I said, if you listen to the recordings, and then I kind of trailed off and I lost my train of thought. That happens a lot. So, but again, watching the recording, I realized, oh, hey, I never finished that thought. So, here's the completion of that. If you listen to the recording of my playthrough of Absolver, you can hear some really rapid button tapping. And you might assume that I'm a button masher. That's not the case, and in fact, if you listen to my button presses on this game, you'll hear they're much more measured and controlled. So what's happening there is the lag is eating up my inputs, so that if I want to ensure that I get a light punch off, I will have to tap the button 2 and 3 times in a row. And that's just the graphical lag. It's not online lag, it's graphical lag. So what I was saying about that is, until I can get a better graphics card for my PC, either having the company send me a replacement or I just break down and go buy one from the local shop, I can't really do online, because online already has its own form of lag, and if I have to combine that lag plus graphical lag, it's just not going to be very good. It is not going to be a good time. So yeah, but I do plan to get around to it eventually, because I really do like Absolver. I think that it has a great community right now. Lots of folks do honorable fights. There are already some cheaters, but you're going to get that in any online game. Oh, hello. See, I warned y'all about that rat in the last episode, and then I ran right into him. Swing and a miss. Liffa. Okay, so yeah. Over here is where the Chandler is, or was, rather. And why you want to kill the Chandler is because he's standing directly. Yeah, he's normally right here with all these giant rats, but he's standing directly over the boss area, and if you don't kill him, he will buff the boss, and then he will also rain down. I don't want to say magic missiles. It's soul spears. Soul spears. There you go. Yeah, he'll just stand right here on this little parapet, and he will make your life a living hell if you don't get rid of him. So over here, we have some rats hiding in boxes, like jerks. And the reason why I'm coming over here is to show you there was something else. Over here in this corner, there is a large Titanite Shark. And so that concludes the little tour of this area. I have another correction. All these came because I watched the video and then I was like, no, wait, that's not right. And I'd said about the transient curses that you would use them in the Anorlando Ruins, and that's incorrect. The correct name is the New Londo Ruins. Anorlando is a completely different place and is decidedly not in a ruined state. Also, that there's a reason why I'm doing the game in the order that I'm doing it. It's because I want to be as prepared as possible for Anorlando. There's a couple of choke points that I won't describe them right now, but if you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about. The two big choke points in that level that can completely wreck a run if you're unprepared for what's there. So to help me prepare, I've done a lot of grinding, and the humanity counter being at 6 should already be a big enough clue about that. But I'm going to show, as you can see, the Claymore is now plus 10, the bow is plus 6. All of my equipment is now upgraded to plus 3. I have a pyromancy flame because I went back to Laurentis. Inventory. That's where I need to go next. Inventory, to show you that I have now purple moss clumps and blooming purple moss clumps. And also I have some purging stones. Arrows. I have 747 standard arrows, and I have 200 poison arrows. So I'm feeling like I'm in a better position now to take on Anorlando. But there's still one other item that I'm going to have to go to a completely different area to get. I'm going to have to go through the Catacombs and the Tomb of Giants in order to get to the Pinwheel boss fight. That's where I'm going to pick up the Rite of Kindling. But at the same time, I'm also going to be able to get a Skull Lantern. Yeah, I believe that's the right term for it. The Skull Lantern I will take to the Asylum. I'm going to take the lantern to the Asylum offline, though, so you don't have to suffer through watching me do that one jump over and over again. I'm going to do that offline, and then I'll show you that I got the Ring of Fog. And that's definitely, if you don't have sorceries and you can't cast Hidden Body, you definitely want the Ring of Fog to before you go to Anorlando. And this is again something I really enjoy about the Dark Souls games, is that it's not a linear experience. I mean, there is technically a right way, a right order that you can take the game in, but you got a lot of leeway in that, you know? If you want to go collect one item first, you can do that. There's a video showing how you can get one of the most powerful swords in the game probably maybe 15 minutes into the game by just making a run and gun down to the catacombs and picking it up. And yeah, I've done it. It's a great weapon. If you don't mind wielding it two-handed, and also if you don't mind fat rolling, because that thing is really heavy. So, but anyway, we're gonna be facing the gaping dragon today, and if I have any more time after that, I'm gonna start heading on over to the Tomb of Giants, and then if we have any time after that, I will seriously consider whether or not I'm gonna take on Pinwheel and get the Rite of Kindling in this episode, or whether I'm gonna stop off at one of the bonfires and call it a day. There is a way to get to Pinwheel very quickly without actually having to go through the full catacombs. But I am gonna try and do it mostly legitimate, because I need to get the skull lantern, and that may drop part way through, or it may require going all the way through. I'm going to pause my ramble here to point out that this is Solaris Symbol. So if you want to summon someone for this fight, you can summon him. And if I hadn't killed Lautrec, I want to say that his symbol would be here, or possibly over there. But I killed him, and I don't feel any guilt about that either, because he's a douche. I mean, you know, if you have played the game, you know what I'm talking about. You know why I think he's a douche. Oh, cutscene. Gotta shut up. I love how they introduce this guy, though. It's just great, you know. Hey there, little guy, you're so cute. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Wow, I'm so good. Can I maybe get one in? Yeah, alright. Like a boss. Man, I almost look like I know what I'm doing. Alright, back up. Yeah, I'm gonna take this fight nice and slow and safe, so if you're looking for speedrunning strats, again, I'm probably not the gamer for you. Oh wow, even the shockwave, okay. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to be playing this real safe. Because I don't have any backup. This guy has like a crap ton of health. Having said that, he's not really all that difficult unless you just, you know, you screw up and get caught by one of his attacks. There we go. Huh, I really thought I was out of the range of that. That's surprising. Yeah, see, if I was feeling braver, I'd go for some headshots. But I'm not feeling braver. I'm gonna be a total pansy about this. Total pansy. But yeah, see, he raises up, he slams down. Oh, I might go for a headshot. Yay! Oh yeah, that's good stuff. He raises up, he slams down, and then he does this slow charge. And I mean, it's not really all that dangerous unless you fail to get out of the way. And then, yes, it can be pretty dangerous. Oh, right through the shield even. I was not expecting that. No, sir. No, 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 sir. No, sir. Oh, he's gonna barf. He's gonna barf. Yeah, he barfed. The reason why I'm running away from that vomit there is because it's highly corrosive to your equipment. So it can wear down the durability of your weapons and armor pretty fast. Oh, I missed. Swing and a miss. 2, 3, 4, and he's done. Yeah, you may be tempted to get to summon help for him, but the thing about summoning Solaris and Lautrec is he gets a defensive bonus for every summon that you add. And so you can take a fight that's really not that difficult and turn it into a much larger pain in the butt than it needs to be. And I believe that there is some, or did I already? Yeah, I already collected the... It's another standard outfit, but I can go ahead and feed that to Framped. King Sinker Framped. Won't get much out of it, but that's okay. Let's see what else. I should mention that obviously because my sword is up to level 10, that means I took the large ember over to Andre of Astora, the blacksmith. And you can... Is that the right way? I think it is. You can use the weaponsmithing box to upgrade your stuff up to a certain point, but to actually modify it to the next level, you still do have to go to a blacksmith. So, haha, there's the slimes. See, they like to do that. They like to drop down on you, and if they land on you, you take a lot of damage. You can actually be killed by them in one thing if your health is low enough. Okay, down this way. I'm not going to do it right now, but down this way is what should be your first NPC invader, Kirk. And there's some items like an evil eye ring and some soul collection items that are all pretty useful. So I'm not going to walk away from them entirely, but when I come back to go to Blighttown the proper way, that's when I'll be doing that section right there. Obviously, I've already had an NPC invader, but the way that this works, and you're supposed to be going through this area first, and you will run into Kirk, and Kirk is supposed to be your first proper invader, and he'll show up 3 times throughout the game. And each time he'll give you an item from his collection. He's got a spiked shield, a barbed sword, and the armor of thorns, which does damage if you roll into enemies and players. And then here is the proper entrance to Blighttown, the way you're supposed to be doing it if you don't have a master key. And we're not going to be doing it that way right now. Also, this is the area where that merchant was supposed to be. I'm trying to remember if his name is Zim or Vim. But this is where you're supposed to meet him, and he would have the master key here. And not much else at this point. But as you beat other bosses, he will also have their armor sets. But so yeah, Gaping Dragon is not really a difficult boss fight. He doesn't require having companions or NPC companions with you. The trick is just knowing that when he rears back, stay out of the front. If you're wailing on his butt and he rears back like that, get some distance, because he's going to do a tail whip, or he's going to fly up and then slam down. Once he's slammed down from the front, get off to the side and let him do his charge, because if you get trampled, you're going to die pretty quickly. And if you see him rear back but he doesn't do anything for a couple of seconds, then run, because he's going to barf and his stomach acid will eat right through your equipment. But yeah, he's, I mean, compared to some other bosses, he is extremely slow, so he's not exactly a huge challenge. I think that one of the reasons why I come into this thinking it's not a very difficult game is precisely because I played Dark Souls 3 first and then came around to this. So when you compare the speed of the Dark Souls 3 bosses to this, it's not that fast or tough. So yeah, I kind of ruined the experience for myself, but that leads to, I don't want to say a rant, but maybe a diatribe, a monologue. When Dark Souls first came out, I was turned off by the reviews, because so many reviews dedicated so much of their length to talking about how hard Dark Souls was, how unforgiving Dark Souls was, how just insanely difficult it is. And I consider myself a casual gamer, you know? I like Peggle. When I go to the bathroom, I take either my phone to play clicker games, or I play Jetpack Joyride, you know? I like Tetris. So yeah, I consider myself a pretty casual gamer, and so whenever anybody starts talking about insanely difficult games, it turns me off. I don't want to play them. I don't play games to be frustrated by them. I play games to have fun with them. So those reviews and the small part of the community, the Dark Souls community, who constantly talks up the difficulty of the game, they actively do a disservice to From Software by essentially turning people off of what is a great series. Um, it's like the other day, Jim Sterling did a video where he read comments from gamers talking about Divinity Original Sin 2, and he did it as the character Duke Emil Do Hardcore. And one of the comments was, "Don't ever play Dark Souls. You'll cry for your mommy." I want to be, somewhat understanding that y'all want to have something that you feel you can be proud of. That oh, this is a game that only the best of the best will ever beat. And I gotta say that one, yeah, it does a great disservice to From Software precisely because this is a game that more people should play. That they should know that yes, it can be difficult at times, but it's a challenging but fair game. And when you compare the difficulty of Dark Souls to the difficulty of some old school Nintendo games like the Ninja Gaidens or any of the Konami or Capcom games that had the limited continues and limited lives, this is so much more forgiving. There is very little punishment for failure. You die, you go back to the bonfire, and maybe you need to put on some humanity again. Maybe you need to use a purging stone to get rid of a cursed condition. But for the most part, it's pretty forgiving. And I really, whenever I think about Dark Souls and I want to try and sell somebody on it, I want to sell them on the sheer number of weapons that you have available, or the options that you have, not just weapons. I mean, if you want to be a sorcerer, you can. If you want to be a cleric, you can. If you want to be a pyromancer, you can. If you don't want to use magic at all, that's an option too. If you want to use swords, there's 50,000 flavors of swords. If you want to use an axe, a hammer, a mace, a spear, a halberd, there's a whip. If you want to pretend you're Simon Belmont and go through this game whipping the undead, go for it. You can do that. There's just a huge variety of options that you have in this game, and that's one of the reasons that makes it so constantly replayable. I almost forgot. I have to rescue Griggs of Vinheim, the sorcerer. I walked right past the poor schmuck earlier. Okay, right. The archer in the other room is firing at me. That's what that sound is. Okay. But yeah, I walked right past the apprentice sorcerer who was trapped over here in the lower Underberg. I completely forgot he was there. I'm not going to use him. I don't need to buy magic spells, but I like to play a good guy character, so it doesn't sit well with me to leave him tied up and everything, or maybe not tied up, but imprisoned. Man, this camera. Woo! Love that camera angle. Yeah, that's what I thought. More dogs. Because more dogs. And for those of you who don't like dogs, there's more dogs. Okay, I'm going to try and take this more carefully than I did when I was doing the Capra demon run. So, I mean, I know there's thieves. They're going to come running out of these doorways. Or not. Ah, see? Y'all is all rat bastards. Synchronized assholery. Nice job, guys. Okay. Gotta make sure he tanks on my shield so that he's temporarily staggered and there's less chance of him parrying me. Kidoki. Hello, dog. How you doing? Feeling a little under the weather, huh? Nope. Swing and a miss. Haha. Oh. Don't get too cocky. Don't haha too soon. Nice life lessons right there. Never haha too soon. What did I just say? I haha too soon. I haha too soon. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think Greg's is over here. Damn, dog. Why you gotta be a douche like that? Which one is he in?
Somebody, please let me out of here. Somebody, anybody, help me. Unlock the door. Damn, I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
Well, he got locked in a room. That's how it happened. It's locked. Okay. I do know where to get the key, though. And this is one of those cases where the master key will not unlock a door for you. And that's okay. I don't think it should unlock every door, even though it is called the master key. But I do know where the key is, so it's all good. This, by the way, is where the other shortcut door is. The one I didn't show me opening before. Alright. Okay. Oh boy. Should be one more, right? Yeah, one more in here. Yeah. Hello. Okay, so I'm just gonna run across the bridge. Not even really gonna worry about the firebomby guys. Mm-hmm. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that's the one place where these guys have that trick where they raise their sword up and then they delay and delay and delay and delay before they actually commit to an attack. And they have a similar looking animation that also, well, poop. Come on now. There we go. They have a similar attack that it's in the same pose, but it's much faster. And so the idea is you think they're going to go for the fast attack, so you throw the parry, and then they drop the sword. Oh, there we go. And that's the one problem with trying to parry on stairs, is you may not get the riposte. Which, I mean, is totally fair. But I'm not complaining, really. I'm just informing you that it's there. That should have tanked. I don't know why that didn't tank. Okay.
Oh, there you are. Where have you been hiding? I guessed you'd hop the twig for certain. Bah, shows what I know.
The residence key. That's what you need to get Griggs of Vinheim out of his cell. Do I need anything else? I think I'm pretty good for arrows right now. Never really gone for the chain outfit. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Don't need repair powder. Don't need throwing knives. Don't really need... Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. I am gonna go ahead and buy that. Because I've actually run across a couple of messages, and I was like, oh, that's pretty helpful. I need to rate. Oh, I can't rate it. Because I need to buy something to do that. And that's what I need to buy.
Oh, thank you very much. Come back soon.
Okay. So yeah. Now we can go rescue Griggs of Vinheim and get him back to Firelink Shrine.
Brilliant. You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, a sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels. Oh, hello. I'm fine. I will rest a while, then return to Firelink Shrine. I have my sorcery, and I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand.
As a recurring trend across all of the Dark Souls games, in that you rescue your mentors to learn new skills. And I always think that's kind of funny, how you have to rescue everybody. You know, you're this nobody, you're like a level 1 noob, a scrub, and yet all of these big important people who have all these skills are just, you know, they're all captured and then waiting for rescue. Oh, hey, there you are. Yeah, I kind of got trapped here. If you could rescue me, I'll teach you my skills. Yeah, but how useful are your skills really when you got captured and I'm out here? Oh, there was one other correction that I needed to make. Okay, I showed you that I had the pyromancy flame, and I said you don't need any skills. And in terms of needing intelligence or faith, that's true. However, you do need attunement, because you still have to attune spells. And I completely forgot about that. It's a stupid thing to forget, because it's important. But that was on me, and yeah, you do need attunement in order to put on pyromancy spells. Because I want to be more positive and talk about the things that I like in the game and not always be complaining all the time. I really like the magic system in the first Dark Souls. Because it's so very D&D like. You buy spells, and they have spell scrolls, and those spells have a set number of uses, and you can't reset those until you rest at a bonfire. That's very much the same way that D&D was. You memorize a scroll at the campfire, and then once you cast the spell, the strain of using this spell wipes the spell from your mind, and you have to rest and read it again before you can cast it again. So, and that's how this works. You can buy duplicate copies of spells to double up on the number of uses that you have available to you. And in New Game Plus, that becomes really useful. There are 2 catalysts in the game that will give you an S rank in casting, and they will almost double the effect of your magic, but at the cost of having your spell usage. You definitely do want to have, you do want those in New Game Plus to go in and get extra spells if you're going to be playing a magic user, because the crystalline staff and the Hand of Manus staves both have the S rank ability, and once you get up to New Game Plus 3 and you've got like a really good store of spells, they are fantastic catalysts. And here's Griggs.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed.
Now, he's not offering to teach me spells because my intelligence is too low. I think I need an intelligence of 10 before he'll make an offer, and then later on there's another sorcerer who will teach other spells and also allow you to buy duplicates of certain spells. And I think he requires, I want to say 20. It might be lower than that, but I want to say 20. So, after I sit down at this bonfire, I'm going to have to mute my mic and get up and walk away for a moment. I apologize for the delay, but nature calls. or not. I'm looking at the timer. I see that this episode is run to 44 minutes already. And getting down into the catacombs and fighting past all the skeletons and killing all the necromancers and then getting to Pinwheel is going to be a full episode in and of itself. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. Well, let's level up first. Let's do that. So have plenty of endurance now and no longer fat rolling, so it's now safe to put some points into these other skills. Or wait. Crap on a stick. I completely forgot about that. Let me just... Now I have to go to my inventory. You know, I may not use this, though. I may not use this. Yeah, because it requires 14 faith. I would not be able to get the numbers up. And it also requires having Twinkling Titanite, which I used on my shield already. So I'm just going to have to suffer the skeletons recovering until after I can kill the necromancers. So, all right, fair enough. We'll go ahead and level up then. Vitality, strength, and dexterity. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you'll tune in next time.